Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to cover transitions from 3 naps to 2 naps. So typically we would see a baby somewhere between 6 and 8 months of age make that transition down from 3 naps to 2. So ideally when we look at those 2 naps occurring, we want them to be happening somewhere between 9 and 9:30 in the morning and 2 and 2:30 in the afternoon. So that's if you're working on a 7 a.m. to a 7 p.m. schedule. So if your schedule's a little bit different to that, then just readjust it either way. Typically we look for a child to make that transition down to 2 naps a day. We can see those 3 naps either become shorter, or the 3rd nap of the day, they start to refuse that last nap of the day. And that to me is a very clear indication that your little one just needs some more awake time and they don't quite, there's no room in their day to fit those 3 naps in. So when we look at awake time, you would typically look at somewhere around 3 hours of awake time in their day for them to be on two naps. So that naturally does fall more towards that 8 month of age. Now, like I said, it can happen as soon as 6 months, and sometimes it could stick around a little bit longer, more maybe towards the 9, even 10 month of age mark. So be guided by your child. Either way, it's not too much of a big transition for our little ones like it would be if we were going down from 2 naps to 1 or 1 to none. It's typically just a matter of that afternoon, that 3rd nap just becomes obsolete. Now, if you are finding that your little one's nap lengths aren't quite there, so they're just a little bit short and they've got an extended period of awake time longer than 3 hours before bedtime when they wake up from that 2nd nap of the day, what you're wanting to do is you want to bring that bedtime forward. Okay, usually at around maybe 2-3 weeks after making that transition down to 2 naps a day, those naps should organically start to lengthen out. Now that's provided you got your child's room environment correct and that there's no associations there that's stopping them from resettling if they were to wake up early from a nap. So once you have noticed those nap lengths get a little bit longer and therefore there isn't that extended awake period before bedtime, you can then start pushing your bedtime slowly back to your usual bedtime. If that's 7 o'clock, then you would push that 7 o'clock. Typically you can do it 15 minutes every 3 days, so that way it is a really slow transition and it's quite gentle on their little bodies. You will, if you've noticed that you've got an extended period of awake time greater than 3 hours in the evening before going down for bedtime, you may notice some extra nighttime wake-ups, usually between an hour and 2 hours first initially falling asleep. If there's a consistent wake-up at that point, have a look at how long they're awake before bedtime. And if it's greater than that 3 hours, then bring that bedtime forward just a little bit and you should see that nighttime, that very first wake up disappear. But either way, don't overthink that transition. It is probably the easiest one to make out of all of the transitions that your little one is going to go through. But as always, if you get stuck and you just want a little bit more guidance, please don't hesitate to reach out. But I certainly hope these tips have helped you, and sleep well.